Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Hillman Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Tulane's offense will take the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They're going to ride this running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Callaway. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Tulane to the line, facing second and short. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do, because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
There's the pressure. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Tulane with an opportunity on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opening drive.
And I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown. Even if I get stopped, they got to go almost the whole length of the field.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tulane.
I love the aggressiveness early by this offense. 4th and goal, no problem. Putting the drive together, staying aggressive, and they get rewarded.
I like just paying the drive off, too, because it's the opening drive of the game. You've marched it down the field. You want to come away with a touchdown, right? And maybe the decision-making there for the coaches, listen, even if we don't get it, our defense is out in good field position. There's a lot of football left to go. We can make up for it later. I love the aggressive play call.
The LSU Tigers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Quick release on the RPO.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
That's an area of the field the quarterback just cannot take a sack on. 2nd down, down inside the 5-yard line. If it's not open, you just got to throw it away because now you've backed yourself up even further. It's going to be even harder.
Looking for the end zone. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They'll try to start the 2nd quarter by putting points on the board with a field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. The official says no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for room, it's Turner. Not much there, picks up a couple to the 22.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Just feeds the running back. Lions is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They've been running it, but now the pass. Makes the catch. It's Callaway. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Off the play fake. Fires left. Got him downfield. It's a running room. Touchdown, Green Wave. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the returner will be brought down. This drive will open from the 15. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Got his man in the middle.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Back to pass on second down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Powers through. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46. LSU right back to the line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Tigers are flying down the field. Now from inside the red zone. He caught it. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field.
Pass interference. Defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Spirited matchup with ramifications inside CUSA today, guys. Here's how it finished up. FIU handled its business today, and given what this week was like in Miami, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where CUSA is right now, and man, what a difference.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got a man, it's Miller. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Now 7 defensive backs on the field getting ready for a passing down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Wow. I don't love that throw by the QB, man. It's not a good idea to lob the football anywhere in the middle of the field because it gives defenders an opportunity to rally to the ball and knock it away.
He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Turner. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He's got it. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Inside the touchdown Tigers. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be dragged down. Waning seconds of the 1st half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking to throw on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Off play action. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. About to start here in the 2nd half, Tulane will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. send the throw out to the sideline. Good for a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Bringing the heat. And it's on the ground. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Wide open space. Touchdown, Green Wave. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on second and long. Makes the grab. It's Green. Man, those sweet feet could dance on a light bulb. He's out to the 23. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Illegal touchdown. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll ride the hot hand. Shows him the stiff arm. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. The Green Wave lining up facing 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And here comes the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
In the last couple weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball with different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might... It's a seam wide open! Oh, he got loose. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown.
The first down pass, complete to the line.
Line getting set on 2nd down.
Second down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Got it looking for the 1st down. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And he made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
Trying to get it to the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a man on the left. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
At the 19-yard line.
And I love that the QB understood, I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can, quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he can get a 1st down.
Snagged in the middle, it's Green. Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a 1st and goal.
Near the 6-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Here's a heat. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes with 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
He slides that just inside the right upright. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys.
Turning on the Jets. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and I'm just seeing that right now.
They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They want that clock to run. Makes it past the marker. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
He'll do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. The give to the tailback. There he goes! Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Barnes. And into the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and these are always the interesting situations in the game because bleeding the clock with the lead, but I'm also in scoring position here in the touchdown. I want the touchdown to go up by 2 possessions and put some distance, so it's always the fine line you walk.
2nd down coming up. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads.